Hello, guys, and welcome back to Modding Shenanigans. I have come to the decision. My apology. I have a little cold, but I've come to a decision that I will not do live streams for this series again because when I'm doing a live stream, it can become quite too long, and we can dwell on a subject for a simple subject too long. While if I record stuff, I can, if it's necessary, speed things up so you don't have to watch a 2 hours long video while we are not really going that far in. So in that way, I also have more control and yeah, and probably do also to different time zones. Not everyone will be able to be at a stream while I'm streaming, and yeah, it would just kind of complicate the things further, and it will kind of stagnate the entire workflow. So now I have the ability to speed things up if it's necessary. So now that said, welcome back. We're now going to continue where we left off with our mod. So I've decided to to make things to create a little bit more complicated stuff. Not really complicated, but more in depth. I had an idea to create here like an extra top before we add the feathers, and so we can make a little bit more of a complexer design than a simple color. Plus, we will be diving a bit more into UV mapping, because I know a lot of people struggle with UV mapping, and a lot of people are like, oh god, what is this? It's not that scary as it looks. It's actually, simple. It's not that bad. I mean, like I said before, I would rather much, do UV mapping than waiting, because waiting is just freaking terrible. I just hate it. But yeah, don't worry, even despite I hate waiting, we will be also doing waiting our objects. But we are not at that point right now, so let's just dive in and work on our armor mod, I guess. So yeah. Alright, so for start, we're going to click our body. Like I said before, it's on an edible poly. That is very important. It's very important to work with your stuff as an edible poly. So now we're going to go here to our awesome menu. We're going to pick the surface, and then we get the option to pick, and then we click our body. And if you see the name of your object here, so our body is called the Warwick Forum, and you see it here, then everything is all good and ready to set. Now we're going to put the offset on at least 100, because like I've said before, the offset determines the distance between your created object and the body, because we are building from the body. And if you click on here, we are then building on, wait, my mouse is not really working. We're building on the grid, and we do not want to build on the grid. I have said it before, but I will repeat stuff constantly, so please don't be afraid if, don't be afraid that I will go jump from one subject to another. I will keep repeating myself, so if it will become clear for people, for you guys. And once again, my apology for my shitty English. And that, what you just heard, was my cat, who just slammed everything on the ground. So yeah, let me just fix that up, and good god. Alright, I'm back. Yeah, like I said, my cat just went berserker and threw stuff around, so yeah, enough said, so let's get this started. Okay, so we have picked our object here, and Now we're going to pick strips and polydraw. Now mean distance, that is basically for the big of your poly, the size of your poly. But for example, a size when you size it up to 20, for example, and you draw it like, oh wait, let me put it on the right edge. Alright, so you do it like that. You see that size? That will change the more you zoom in your object. So if I zoom in, you see what just happened? So it is very important to keep in mind, the more you zoom in, the more smaller the object becomes. Why? Don't ask me. It just is. So I always like to zoom in a bit, and we're going to put, I'm going to go with maybe 50. So, and then of course, create a new object, because otherwise we'll be literally be drawing on our body, and that's not what we want. We want it to be a new workflow. So we're going to name it, I don't know. We're just going to give it a name, right up top. All right. And also, it's very important to, yeah, that's a good size. Not to start off making your meshes and your object as a super high poly, because as I said before, it is always best to start creating your stuff from low poly, because you can size up your low poly into a higher poly, but not the other way around. Otherwise, you have to create entirely new object. And that is an extra unnecessary process that you are making yourself. So we want to avoid that. My motto is, if there is an easy and effective way, pick the easy and effective way. And yeah, that's about it. Alright, okay, so we have strips on, we have distance at 50. We have zoomed out a little bit, and then you just click and you hold your mouse in, and then you just drag down to, well, you have your mouse still on hold and all the way down there. Yeah, that's good. So, alright, now we're going to drag. We may have to pull stuff a little further. Maybe put the offset a little bit higher. There. Alright, it needs to be a bit higher. Like that. So don't worry if you see a lot of, that it clips out of the body like that, because we will be fixing that up later, and we will add more polys if it's necessarily, so it's not, too shitty. So we're just going to keep shaping our armor, our top, like that. Yeah, that's good. Over here. That. Just shape it, till you think that you're kind of happy with it. Yeah, if you hear some weird sounds in the background, that's just my cat being a little shithead, so ignore that. Alright, now we're going to deselect the drag. Also, a quick way to do that, for like you have something, a tool selected, just right click with your mouse and you deselect it directly. Now we're going to go to extend, and I'm going to hold shift, click on this poly and drag it to the front and release. Hold shift, click, keep on hold the click and move it to the front and release. You can just keep holding shift the entire time like that. There we go. We're going back to drag to form. Yeah, that's good. Maybe put a little bit down to 3. And we're going to shape our top a wee bit like that. Yeah. So I'm going to speed the video up a little bit, so till I got this filled up, and we will just continue with the regular pace again. And we're back at our regular pace. Well, I'm pretty happy with how this is for the base. So one thing I want to show you guys, something really awesome, is for example, this is the base, and from this point I want to edit it further, but you know, instead of cloning it for a backup, there is another neat way you can continue editing your object, and eventually going, if you don't like with how you created it, because you're very limited with going with a back button, with the undo button. So if you're afraid that you will fuck up your base, and you know, you're way beyond going back, and you're like, shit, I have to start over again, do not fear, because from this point, we're just going to refer to edit poly. You go to your modifiers list, and then we go to edit poly. Now what this does, it basically lets you do everything what you can do. You can edit it to the gods and above. Like I could go really ham for example, and you know, this is just example. And yeah, like for example, you're going back and you're not able to, you know, go back entirely. If you regularly, don't worry, because if you go click here, everything is back on how you left it. So the edit poly, it's like a safe space. Like you can edit it, and if you don't like the way you edit, you can always just go here back to your editable poly, and stuff will be back how it is. So we're just going to delete this, and first we're going to add the shell, not shell, oh yeah, symmetry. Alright, so we're going to have to peek a little bit, zoom in. That looks alright. Now we're going to higher up our threshold, so this gets welded, so there's no open spot. Yep, I'm happy with that. Right click, convert to editable poly, and we're good. Now, as you can see, it's pretty blocky and shitty. So first we are going to, where are you? Mesh mode. See, that looks way more smoother. What it does, it creates more polys. So you're basically adding more polys with it. Apply the whole mesh. You can literally go ham with it, but I would not recommend that, because you can get stuck the more you go. Please don't crash. Oh god. Yeah, I got old rig, so it cannot handle it well. No. Okay, good. So yeah, I usually leave it at 1. Smoothness is on max, and while you have it on mesh mode, now we're going to pick our edit poly. There. So we can now create our top bit further. There. Okay, now make sure you have pressed the vertex option. Go here to soft selection, do soft selection, and you may have to lower this down, because the higher it is, the more you will pull with you. The lower you put, the less you will pull with you, if that makes sense. So, because with soft selection, stuff will get, you know, you can shape stuff really nicely without it being a blocky mess. Because if you put it out this will basically happen. And we want to avoid that. Alright? So, going back, and yeah, I think that's good. And now we're going to shape our top a little bit better. Right now it's a little bit of a clusterfuck, so we don't want that. We do not want to have these titties clipped. No titty clipping. Alright, we're going to plateau that a little bit. There, right, it's way better. Lower that a little bit. So just keep shaping till you're satisfied with your shape. So I'm going to probably speed up the process a little bit till we need to be on a regular pace again. So, alright, there's one thing I would like to tell you guys, explain. I forgot to explain stuff. Once you click on a vertex point, this is your gizmo. Well, obviously this is for back and forward. The red one is for right and left on the sides. The blue one is for up and down. Now you can also wait, let me just. You can also go here or on the middle here, which you will highlight both the left. For the sides and the front, and when you click that, you can basically move it, you know, around like that. And the same counts with here, so you can basically move up and front like that. Or you can highlight here, and you can basically go up and on the side. Or you can pick this, the middle one, and then you can do basically everything and go completely ham, like, yeah. So you can go up, front, back, left, right, you know, turn around, do a backflip. So yeah, that's what I also want to mention. So you can shape stuff really easily. There we go. Alright, so I have shaped it a little bit better, so it fits, you know, around boobies. We're going to pick our symmetry modifier again. So everything is, oh crap, so everything is alright. Yeah, that will do for now, I guess. Let's put poly. Smooth. Alright, there's something going on here. Yeah, that's not good. I guess that's because we added the mesh mood under the edit poly, so it created the point where extra meshes should be going, but it did not create it. So it kind of became like a clusterfuck here. So don't worry, what we're going to do is go into our modeling tool, have your vertex selected, and we're going to pick the points and pick remove. Wait, that's not good. Alright, let's see. Okay. Yeah, okay, everything is going alright now. I'm going to remove the extra ones. And then we're going to reapply our mesh mode. Let's see. Alright, so right now it's missing here a bridge. And you're probably thinking like, oh god, no, why? Don't worry, we can fix that. So, we're going to here, you know what? No. Select these two. And then we're going to connect. Boom. And you got it connected. So we fixed our stuff. And everything is looking pretty alright. And now we're going to try to reapply our mesh mode to make it a little bit smoother. Mesh mode. Alright, no, that's a little bit wonky. That's not good. There's something funky going on in here, and yeah. As you can see, sometimes that tends to happen when you use the symmetry modifier. When it tries to mirror the other side, but still a gap in the middle, it sometimes tends to, you know, create an inner slice. But we are going to delete that. Let's see. Well, this is the most I can zoom in without going ham. Don't worry. For that, we're going to pick the edge selection. We're going to go and pick the sides, and then we're going to pick loop. So what happens? I selected all the entire loop here, and then we're going to on remove. Don't worry about this, we will reconnect it. Zoom out a little bit, and then we're going to pick on loop, remove. Like this. Yeah, it's just one there. That's good. Just zoom out a little bit. Yeah, alright. We're going to back on our vertex point. And then just click, press Control, click, click. And then we're going to on connect. And there, we got everything connected. Let's see what happens now. Yeah, that looks way, way better. Now, while you have this highlighted, right click, convert to edit with poly, and there we go. Yeah, that's a little bit kind of on the high poly side, but we're just going to work with that. I don't like the look of that, so we're going to fix it. So we're going to pick our edge tool. Let's see, yeah, this one is unnecessarily, and that one too. Remove, that's unnecessarily. Yeah, I'm going to remove those two. Remove. I'm going to remove that one too. Let's see. Yeah, okay, we're going to remove these. There we go. Alright, we're going to remove these bad bars as well. Remove. There we go. I'm going to move it a little bit there. Alright, now we're going to Okay, my Macs kind of flipped. So yeah, I guess streaming, I mean recording and working with 3ds Max is kind of putting a toll on my PC. But yeah, we're going to continue working. All right, so we're going to add draw our new points here. So we got here a polygon, there a polygon, and here a polygon. For that, we're going to press on P connect, and here you have a little video showing you what it does and with the option what it can do. So we're just going to click it, and we're going to there, and there. See, okay, then we're going to right click your mouse to deselect it, select these vertices, and we're going to on connect these two, connect to. Alright, so we're not there entirely yet. Now we're going to press on P connect again, and we're going to click here, and there one, right click to deselect tools, and we're going back to our freeform, and we're going to model this a little bit. Yeah, no, that's, I guess. Yeah. Alright, back to modeling. And we're going to select our point here and select these points, and we're going to connect. Alright, and we're going to make here a point, so everything makes kind of sense. Connect there, deselect, select these two, connect, and there we have it. Just the shapes a little bit better. There. Yeah, that looks better than before. Alright, now we're going to go to cemetery. Alright, completely forgot. Deselect every vertices. Right click, edit poly, just to be sure. And we're going to cemetery, and that looks good, I guess. Yeah, that's pretty tight. Unhide by name. We're going to unhide our color. Right, it's clipping a little bit there, so we're going to fix that a bit. Self-selection, lower it up. First, hide it again, because the last thing I need that I will push it too far in, so it's like that. I want to avoid that. Alright. Yeah, that's good. Alright, and then let's see, head haul. Yeah, that looks pretty solid. Just this part. Yep, and it does clips inside. Wonderful. Alright. So there. Alright, now we got this top done. We're going to continue create a wrapper. So this is like the front top, and I want to add like 2 wrappers here on the side that connects to behind here, so it hides this titty, and it just connects here. So for that, we're just going to select our body again, click on strips, polydrum, 50 is good, and zoom it. Yeah, this is pretty good zoom. Create new object, and there. Okay, yeah, I'm happy with it. And now we're going to draw our, yeah. Oh Jesus, bad poly. Alright, that looks good. Now we're going to press on extend, and we're going to continue building this. Press shift, and we're going to drag this all the way here. Alright, and I shape stuff up. Okay, so I'm going to speed this video up by just shaping everything till I'm happy with it, and then we're going to be back at the regular pace. If I do speed stuff up too quickly, or if I'm going too fast, please don't be afraid to tell me. Then I will slow the pace a little bit down, because we are in this together and we are learning together. Okay, so that's the purpose of this video, is to, you know, up, press shift and drag it like that. Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm just making stuff up the way I go. Sorry for my brain dead moment sometimes. I have to figure out how I want to create stuff. I'm just doing this really spontaneously. I had kind of a vision in my head, but yeah. Like that. There. Oh god, my cat just went on my lap and farted on me. He has a tendency to do that. Oh, smelly cat. Jeez. Alright. Going to continue here. Extend. Control and Alt. Yeah. I'm going to click on drag. And we're going to, you know, adjust a shape a little bit. Alright, now we might have to delete field polys here. For that, you just press Control, extend first, press Control and click on a poly, and we'll basically delete a few, because I don't want to start off too high poly right now, because we're going to use mesh smooth anyway, and I don't want this to turn out to be ridiculously high poly while it's not necessarily. I mean, I might have already got a little bit ham on this thing, so yeah. So my apologies. Potato Ricks, I have potato too, so I don't want to kill it. Alright, extend, brush, wait. Yeah, I'm going to move this a little bit further away, like that. Yeah, okay. Extend, hold on shift, right your poly, Control and Alt to connect these. Move these a little bit here. Yeah, that looks good. Now we're going to hold shift and Control, and we're keep it up, select and drag down. Wait, no, that's not what I want. I want to create. Make sure you press extend first. I keep forgetting that sometimes. Okay, have extend on, shift and Control, hold that down, click and drag. Yeah, good. That's good. Alright, then I'm going to do it one more time. Shift, Control, and drag that down. And we are back at our regular pace. I'm quite happy with how it looks. So we are going to, make sure to save on occasional time, because last thing you want is to work hard on your object and then suddenly your program starts to shit on you and you lose everything. Like sometimes it says, gives a window like, oh, I fucked up. You want to save a recovery file, but sometimes it doesn't. So you should not always hope that it gives you that option, because sometimes you have bad mojo and you will just lose everything. Alright, now we're going to our modifier list. We're going to mesh mood. Yeah, that looks alright. Go for to edit poly. And there we go. And now we're going to alright, sometimes when you're shaping stuff above another thing, sometimes what I like to do is to, for example, this section, I go right click and free selection, so it becomes frozen, but it also becomes white, so I can exactly see better where it's clipping precisely. Another tip, you could also change its colors by going here and give it a desired color. So to make stuff at ease, that's going to be gold part. Oh, right there. Now we're going to continue shaping. There. Alright, I guess that's all good and peachy. Hide this for a moment and unfreeze all. I'm going to edit a little bit at the T part because it's bugging the hell out of me. So re-rotate, soft selection, decrease it a little. Now we are back. Now since everything is shaped nicely, I'm going to we're going to clone this and flip it so it's like two sides here. But before we're going to do that, we could adjust the UV already. Now we're just going to go ahead and clone it. Make sure you have copy and no instance, and then just press OK. Now I'm going to our tools, mirror, and make sure you have no clone on, and then we just press OK. So right, now we have just to adjust it a little bit. We're going to decide what comes to front. You know what? Yeah, I'm going to make this the front one. Alright, load it up. And just give this, just freeze it so we can see exactly where it's clipping. There. Yeah, that looks pretty solid. Now the back. Yeah, that looks pretty solid. We could always just adjust this a little bit so it doesn't look the same, but you know, I'm pretty happy the way it looks. It will do for now. Alright, unfreeze on. Now we got our top ready and fixed. Now let's start on making the, you guessed it, fun part, UV wrapping. Alright, now we're going to, we did UV unwrap this one. So we're going to start with our under top. We're just going to hide unselected. So we only have this fancy thing here. Yeah. I'm joking. Alright, we're going to click on it. And we're going to scroll down to unwrap UV. First we're going to save it. Make sure you constantly save your workflow. You never know. Okay, open UV editor. Now as you can see here, it's a giant ass clusterfuck. Luckily for us, the seams, the green lining you see there, that's our seam. And luckily it has already have a wonderful seam. Sometimes when you unwrap your UV, seams can be all over the place. Like it can be outlined here nicely, and then suddenly you have a seam running up, go there and then go there, and being an entire fucking mess. Now luckily we don't have to edit the seam here, so we're just going to press the polygon, select everything, or you can just press one polygon and select here, so it will select automatically everything. Here, projection, you have planar map, cylinder map, spherical map, and box map. Now each of them will basically shape your UV as the as it says here. It will make it a cylinder one, a ball one, a box one. But what we want to have it flat like a pancake. So we go to planar map, flat it, and then we go to quick peel. Bam! There. Now that was easy, wasn't it? So now we want to have eroded properly. So when we are texturing, when you texturing stuff in Photoshop, you want to make it for your easy. So for example, we're going to deselect the planar map and select here. As you can see, I selected this point, it will view here. So we have to rotate it. Yeah, we rotate and go all the way like that. Yeah, that's fine. Yep. Now we're going to scale it. Yeah. Scale. We're just going to place. Yeah, we'll place it up here. There. Now that's done. Fucking beautiful. You can also pick checker pattern, so you can see how that if there's any deformation in the texture, but everything looks okie dokie. So yeah, we're going to take this away while unwrap UV is highlighted. Right click, refer to edit poly. So it kind of smash our created UV into a nice in a nice roll. So in a nice complete package. Alright, now that's done. We're going to freeze it. Unhide all. And now we're going to unwrap a wrapper here. Hide unselected. Pick that one. And we're going to go to unwrap UV. Open it up. As you can see, it's one clusterfuck here. Yeah, the seams are outside, but we're going to have to add an extra seam. For example, here in the middle, or not. First, we're going to see what happens when we select our entire mesh. Pancake it and quick view it. Deselect it. This could be okay. Let me just check it. Yeah, that looks really weird. We could relax it maybe a bit, but well, with that way you will not have to bother to have an ugly seam, so you can basically paint your stuff here directly on that. But let's see what happens when we relax it. So select everything like that, or the way with, or you can select everything like that. Whatever floats your boat. We're going to tools and relax. Now, this thing is either a lifesaver or a fucker. So I have no idea how this will pack up with here if I relaxed it, but yeah, the difference is relaxed by polygon angles is mostly it will relax stuff within here inside, so you may have get a better smoothed view texture, or by edge angles that will sometimes create a better shape of your UV map. But like I said, sometimes it works with certain shapes, sometimes it will do weird shit. And here we got key boundary points fixed. What it does, it means it will fix the outer points. For example, our green points here. So that's here and there. But it will relax everything with inside. But we're just going to give it a shot and just see what happens if we start relaxing this thing. And alright, that's not too bad. That looks like a foot. Yeah, I'm sorry, I have a stupid sense of humor. Foot fetish. Alright, let's see what it does when I click on relax by polygon. See, now this is what I mean. It's kind of doing the fucking weird stuff. Yeah, we don't want that. Just going to go back to relax by angles, and then we kind of refix it, and it gives us back the foot. I'm still debating whether I like the way it's UV mapped or I absolutely freaking hate it. Yeah, we're just going to you know what, guys, we're going to experiment a little bit. We're going to see what happens when we slice slice it up. Alright, we're going to pick point to point seam. You know what? No, that's not necessary. Let's see. Where do we want to have our seam? Here on the sides, or you know what? We're going to pick the back. All right. We can select the edge like that. Loop. Bam. And then we press convert edge selection to seam. There's our seam. And we are going to do that here too. There. There. And now we're going to back to polygon. And select one. And we're going to flat it. Peel it. Alright. Then we're going to deselect the planar map. And we'll see what happens when we relaxed it. Hey Milo. Right. Oh, oops. Yeah, I think I like the previous one better because that way we can just... Yeah, let's see. Yeah, we're going to go with the previous shape. So how we're just going to reset all. Yeah. So it has everything the way it was. Now we're just going to press a polygon, select everything, pancake it, quick peel, and we're just going to relax it a little bit. There. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, that's way better. Keep boundary points fixed. So, yeah, I'm pretty happy with this. So now we're going to scale it. Wait, yeah, deselect the planar and scale this up a little bit. There, so our previous top was placed here, so we still have space for the other wrapper around here, and then we still have space here left for everything else. Maybe we're going to scale it a little bit. Yeah, that's wonderful. Alright, now we're going to convert it to editable poly again, unhide all, freeze it so we know what we have done, and now we're going to do this baby here, hide all selected, Now you're probably wondering why we didn't give it the same UV wrapping as the other one. That has to do with texturing. I'm going to hide home, because if we have the same thing, it will basically have the same textures as here. I don't want that, because when texturing, and we will do that later on together as well, I want to be able to add here under shadows. But if it was share the same UV path, the same area, it will then also have shadows here on the point where it doesn't make sense. So if I add here shadow, automatically those stripes will come here, and I don't want that. We do not want that. So but they will be one mesh. Don't worry, they will become one object but different UV padding. Later on, in later videos, it will make sense, but for now, just roll with it. Unselected, we're going to our unwrap UV, open it up, and since this basically has the same there, select all, pancake it, quick peel, the tools, relax, till we see footy foot. Yeah, that should do it. Keep boundary points fixed. And there we go. Pattern checker. And we need to relax it a little bit more. There. Yeah, that's way better. What I forgot to check with the previous one is deselect the planner. I want to see where is where. So we're going to, this is the front. Yeah, so we're going to have to flip it. Like that. So like here and there, so it makes it easier for yourself to for texture purposes. And I'm going to scale this baby a little bit up. Now I'm just going to move there for now. Alright, looks good. Poly. Now I'm going to unhide all and unfreeze all, and now we're going to combine them so we can also have a better view where everything is placed properly. Let's see. Alright, we select this, and now we go here and find attach. Click here, and your top, and your necklace. Now they share all the same colors, don't worry, don't mind that. It's for UV map purposes right now. And we go to unwrap UV, open editor. Now you can see where we have placed everything, it's colliding with each other. That's no. So what we do now is going to press polygon, for example here, select all. Move it here, there temporarily. There, select the other place. Select all. I'm going to move it here a bit. Now I'm going to do a check up here, like what I did with the previous one, because I didn't do that before. Let's, yeah, I'm going to have to do that, I guess. Up. Now it's good. Alright. As you can see, they have similar shaped, and they're like their counterparts. So let's see if they're equally as big. They pretty look equally as big, don't they? Or am I just blind as shit? Alright, we're going to check it out. Yeah, they're pretty cool. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with it. They're almost the same size. That's wonderful. Perfectio. Yeah, everything is good. That looks really funny. I'm sorry. I'm just stupid. Okay, we're going to press our inner top. Select everything. I'm going to move it up here. Now, obviously, the color is a little bit on the bigger side, so we are going to scale it, baby. Or you can just have its own separate texture pad, you know, like its own texture. If you want to go ham and have it ultra HD, whatever. But yeah, now we just want to have like a normal armor, have everything on one texture file. Well, for the most stuff. So yeah, we have to scale this up a little bit. Let's see what's the best direction for it. We can put this up here. Just puzzle our stuff here. Let's see. This can go with yeah, that will do. So now everything is placed on nicely for our textures. I'm quite happy with how this looks. I'm gonna close it. Refer to add poly. And yeah, if you want to, you can also loose them up, you know, so they become separate objects again. So for that, we're going to pick our element. What the element does, it basically, when you select this, it will select its entire element. Like, since this top is, was its own, I'm sorry, I was having a hiccup. And, yeah. Anyway, since this was its own object, like a complete object on its own, it will become, it will highlight this entire object. So, the same counts for this one, since they were all just standalone object and they're now one whole because we attached them, but previously they were their own standalones, and the element will select an entire element of, you know, it would just select an entire object before it got submerged into one big ass mesh, if that makes sense. So yeah, now this got highlighted, we're going to pick on detach and detach as object, of course. You can also detach it as a clone, so it will only clone that part, but we don't want. We just want to detach it. Give it a name color. There. Now we press that one. Detach. Inner top. And since these are wraps, we can just keep them together for now, unless necessarily. And we just call them wrapper. And you know, if you're feeling fancy, you can, you know, give these their own colors. I'm going to get that one. Black. Yes. And yeah, so we can maybe envision a little bit how we want to have our stuff. So yeah, yes, baby. Now we're going to save it up, and now we are going to we can either attach the feathers right now here, because I had an idea, instead of going from up here to the leg, maybe that's a good idea, or just going to design the feathers from here and just put them there and end it there. We can also start making a pants, I guess. Yeah, this should look good with pants, I guess. You know, wouldn't it look good if we made like really long ass boots? Like it goes from here, similar. If you guys have seen it, my snow elf armor design I was making, we can make a similar boot like that. I need to redo that boot anyway because I'm not really happy how it turned out with the poly shapes. But we can make a similar one, I guess. Like a long boot, and it goes up from here, and then it has a down there, or just a long. That's when it goes up there. Yeah. What should we do, guys? We could create an entire new pants first. A boot design. You guys would prefer a short boot, a long one. Yeah. Let's see here. Yeah, we could also already start just attaching feathers here. Original design. Yeah, we're just going to first add our feathers here, and I will let you guys decide what we do on our next session. Should we add pants first? What kind of pants? Should we add short boots, long boots, similar boots like that one of my snow elf armor? If you guys have no idea what I'm talking about, I will link that post of mine in the description bar so you guys can check it out. We could also just remake that entirely. So yeah, that's it. I'm going to save it, and we're going to attach our feathers here right now. Alright, so where we left off, we're going to hide deselect this one for a bit so you can feel our feathers better. Now, if you this is the feathers what we made in the previous episode. I'm not entirely happy how it entirely aligned here. It's really on the short end, so we're going to fix that up first. Unwrap UV. Open editor window. And let it load for a bit. Alright. Going to scale this a little bit up. Rotate a little bit. Yeah, that's way better. I can live with that. All right. Poly, and yeah, we're going to fix this a little bit up too. Unwrap UV editor. All right. So everything a little bit higher up. Yeah. There, I guess. Let's move this a little bit there. Yeah, alright, I'm okay with that. Add with poly, and we're going to press on save. Alright, okay, so we're going to press our feather here, and we are going to click, and we're going to clone it. Why? Because we want this as a backup for like our this is our stock, and we're going to keep copying stuff, and then we will put everything in one hole. Yeah. Alright, copy. Now we're going to move it. First we're going to go to Hiroshi, effect bufflet only, center to object, and go back to our modifier list. Now we're going all the way up. And going there. Alright. Go. Rotate it a bit. Oh shit. Whoops. Alright. Yeah. We're going to scale it a little wee bit. Yeah. Yeah, that's proper shape. Proper size. Yeah, okay. Now we're going to start shaping it. And we're going to go back to edge faces. There's soft selection. And whoopla. Yeah. Tone down soft selection a wee bit. There. Alright, now I'm going to shape our stuff up. Alright, now there's our first feather. And my idea was to, add here an entirely feathery stuff that goes all the way up from here. My first idea was let the feathers go all the way here. And then it will kind of go down by hair there. And then all the way around there like that. Like this. Yep. And there. I'm not sure if I want to stick with that kind of design. What do you guys think? Should we just, keep a bunch of feathers going all the way down till here, like a side, with a side here to the leg, or just build up from here and then going all the way till here? Yeah, like that. And then we can, if we build stuff from here and end it to there, we can add eventually high boots that goes a little bit like that. Then it will fit, because otherwise it will add feathers from here to there. It will be too much to have, long boots. Or we could add the feathers and that goes down from here. And on this side we will have a long boot. And on this side a little bit of a shorter one. Could be a nice design. I have no idea. What do you guys think? I would like to have your opinions. Please comment down below what you guys think what we should do next. Because for now, I think I will call it a day for this episode. And yeah, if you guys got more questions, don't hesitate to, spam the comment box or spam my inbox at Tumblr. Please just ask ahead. I'm here, to share the knowledge that I possess. We're in this together, okay? So please comment down below on what we should go with, which route we should take with this design, because we're making this together. And yeah, I hope this episode has been informative. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And yeah, see you guys next time. So thanks for watching. Please hit that subscribe button on my YouTube. You could also subscribe on my Twitch, but I might stream for time to time with other stuff, with mods as well, but not really in a tutorial way, just me making shit as the way I go, and you can just watch me. Yeah, or follow me on Tumblr if you haven't. Go now for your daily shit post and scary mods, I guess. Anyway, thanks for watching and see you next time. Bye. Like a Hellcat.